The Star Wars Kid is the most horrible viral video in the history of anything. Watching it is like having a pack of rabid baboons eat your eyeballs while Courtney Love gives you a vasectomy. Nothing makes any sense at all. Sorry, I had a cold. Anyways, this video is the one that fans seem to be requesting that I review the most. Of course, by fans, I mean my mother. And by my mother, I mean Mortimer. Nevertheless, people seem to really want me to tear this thing a new one, so here we go on another episode of Joe's Whiney Reviews. So let's get into this crap hole, shall we? Number 1. The characters. The biggest and most glaring problem with the Star Wars Kid is the characters, in that there really are none. Oh sure, you got this guy spinning around with his stick thing or whatever, but he never says anything. We never learn anything about him. He doesn't interact with anybody. He doesn't have a personality. He's not a character. See, this is something I feel all the other Star Wars films get at least partially right. I mean, say what you will about the prequel trilogy, but at the very least it had characters. Well, I mean, not very good characters. In fact, some of them were basically just plot devices, and none of them were relatable, and they were all really wooden, and, yeah, never mind. Point is, most stories have characters in them, and the ones that don't suck. Number 2, the story. The second biggest problem with the Star Wars Kid is its lack of plot. See, now there's something that the Star Wars prequels did have. A plot. Once again, not a very good one. In fact, it was very convoluted and, But I'm not talking about the Star Wars prequels. I'm talking about the Star Wars Kid. I guess my point is that even the worst movies have plots. But here we get nothing. Nothing. It's as if whoever made this thing didn't even write a script. As if they just threw some kid in a room with a lightsaber-y thing, told him to have at it, and then slapped Star Wars on it and expected us to like it based on the brand alone. But you know what? I guess that's really what I should expect from this thing. That's all they make in Hollywood anymore. All action, no substance. Which brings me to number 3. The action. Okay, so if you're not going to have characters and you're not going to have a plot, then at the very least you're going to have some cool action, right? I mean, even some of the worst movies of the last decades at least knew how to blow shit up real good. And yet this movie doesn't even have good action. And I'm not talking about that special edition crap they did. I'm reviewing the original film here because that is what the original filmmaker intended when he originally made this film. Originally. And in that film, the action sucks. He spins around. He swings his stick at things. He falls over. Where is the conflict? Where is the drama? As audience members, we need some sort of conflict or antagonist that we can hate and hope the heroes overcome. Or if we hate the heroes, then we need an antagonist to kick their sorry asses! Sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. Having a single guy flail a stick around in a room alone by himself does not constitute conflict, it does not constitute drama, it does not constitute a movie. It's just some stupid kid flailing a stupid stick around in a stupid... I know what some of you fanboys are going to say. You're going to say some crap about how the conflict is internal, and his struggle with the stick is not one with an external threat, but with himself. But here's the thing. If the filmmaker's intention was honestly to give this guy some sort of internal conflict, then he would have given him an internal conflict and, told us about it. You can go on and on about how the main guy has daddy issues and he has a desire to be a ninja and that this is the only way he knows how to overcome his fears and blah 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 blah. But the fact remains that none of that is in the actual movie. I'm not going to write this movie for them. That's not my job. If it's all simply interpretive, then I suppose that I can just interpret that the kid is a cheeseburger. And his flailing that stick around is meant to represent his conflict with how people always, slather him with mustard. Makes about as much sense. Number 4. What the fuck? And that's pretty much all this is. Some guy standing in a room, spinning a stick for 3 minutes. Oh, and did I mention that the movie starts about 5 or 6 times? Yeah. He walks into frame, and then he starts spinning, and then jump cut, and he walks into the frame again, and he starts spinning, and then jump cut, and he does it again and again. It's a perpetual loop, and it will never end. It just won't end. Why won't it end? I just want it to be over. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Oh, God, the Star Wars kid. My childhood has officially been raped, hit by a car, stabbed with a rusty knife. The rusty knife had AIDS on it. It contracted AIDS, and then it died. And then its body got blown up by Hitler. And, that's my review. Anybody want a pizza roll? Go check out my web zone. Yeah, me neither. Good night, everybody.